It's true. Viewers, I think, last night would have experienced some real whiplash watching the two, trying to watch both town halls if they were flipping back and forth. There was one moment that sort of really crystallized it. As at the same moment that President Trump was defending QAnon, Joe Biden was talking about corporate tax rates. And certainly there were moments last night where Joe Biden was sort of droned on, and at one point George Stephanopoulos cut him off after a 5-minute answer. But he also showed real empathy to listeners, to those asking him questions. He had a real in-depth knowledge of policy, and I think it was really striking that after the town hall ended, Biden remained on stage for a half hour or more, his mask back on, still fielding questions from audience members who weren't able to ask one during the town hall itself. In terms of the president, people I've talked to around him last night and a few texts early this morning suggested once again a real anger at the media. They're blaming a scapegoat, in this case Savannah Guthrie, who I thought did a terrific job yesterday. But just like they did in the aftermath of the debate with Chris Wallace, they suggested that it was unfair, that that first debate that it was 2-on-1. Biden and Wallace versus Trump. Yesterday, they deemed it unfair with Savannah Guthrie. That's true. But I will say this. They do know that there are some moments last night may have been damaging. The refusal to denounce QAnon. The very testy one when he finally got around to denouncing white supremacy. There's certainly going to be questions about tax returns and whether or not he took a COVID test before the last debate. And I'll end on that for now. Several times yesterday, the president said he dodged, he evaded, and he raised real questions as to whether or not he may have exposed Joe Biden last time, which is going to raise more concerns about next week when they are supposed to set up for a final debate next Thursday, when the president, frankly, is just running out of time. It's hard to imagine, even his aides concede, that there was any moment last night that the president swung voters his way when he's simply running out of time and opportunities to change the trajectory of this race.
Really, the whiners. You get on, there's such whiners in constant search of victimhood. It's so funny. You have so many people, anti-Trump people, who always attack woke culture for looking for victimhood status. They go around every day they're such snowflakes, constantly looking for victimhood status. It's like when, if you believe him, billionaire Donald Trump was talking to multi-millionaire Rush Limbaugh. And Rush Limbaugh said, it's always unfair. It's always stacked against us. And you just sit there, wait. Two white guys that are like worth billions of dollars. One president of the United States, one the top right-wing talk, and they're victims? It's really crazy. I wonder, what was Savannah Guthrie supposed to do when Donald Trump said that he wouldn't answer whether he believed in the conspiracy theory about cannibals, like running a pedophilia ring in the federal government? I don't care if Joe Biden said that, they would have hammered him forever. So the whining coming from the White, please. The questions he didn't answer, the bizarre responses, the fact that he said he didn't remember the last time he tested negative for COVID before his positive test. The fact that the guy, the biggest hypochondriac to ever sit in the White House, said, oh, I'm not sure what my lung x-ray said. I know it was abnormal, but I don't know. I don't ask those questions. It's just that one lie after another. If it were Joe Biden lying through his teeth like that, if it were any candidate lying through their teeth like that, there would be those questions and those follow-ups.
Of course. And for a group that likes to accuse everyone else of being snowflakes, there were a lot of snowflakes falling last night on behalf of President Trump. Go back and think about 3 times, and forgive me if I'm leaving anyone out, these 3 recent interviews where he's actually been pushed by journalists: Savannah Guthrie, Jonathan Swan, Christopher Wallace. The complaints afterwards, when reasonable, fact-based questions were asked and the interviewer pursued follow-ups to nail him down to get a real answer on it, all 3 of them were accused of being out to get Donald Trump. It's just the way they operate. Wow. It's totally predictable. And Gene Robinson, there was a long list of moments last night that we've been ticking